My name is Deron Smallcomb, and I'm one of the attorneys over here at Modern Law Group. And today we're going to talk about the situation in Ukraine and relief opportunities for Ukrainians. As always, as with all of our videos, I'm going to tell you the truth and give you straight answers and straight information based on our experience, not based on a Google article, not based on hypotheticals, and not based on political spin, but based on reality and how we're helping the clients and what we see people actually go through. So one of the programs that I'm going to talk about today is the newest program, which is Uniting for Ukraine, as it's called. Okay, what this program is designed to do is to help people with somebody that is a citizen of Ukraine, but not within the United States, come to the United States. So for the last 2 months, that's been possible generally through the southern border, through Mexico. Many Ukrainians have traveled to Mexico, come to the border, and requested entry into the United States. And most have been granted entry into the United States. While not a permanent solution, it has given them between 12 to 18 months in the United States with some sort of status in that they could apply for work authorization. So it's been the best system, quite frankly, that maybe has been ever had for somebody that is fleeing a country that is at war. And I applaud the government for putting that in place. Now they've decided to change that system into this Uniting for Ukraine system. So what that entails is now a sponsor, typically a U.S. citizen, legal permanent resident, or other person with status in the United States. In fact, that could even be somebody that's already come here from Ukraine and been entered on parole or through TPS. As long as you meet the income requirements, you can petition for somebody else to come into the United States. The first step is filling out the paperwork and documenting it for that particular process. The next steps are a little bit vague. This is either intentionally designed or at this point it's just part of a process that was hurried out. It was announced last week and it was implemented this week. It took them a couple days to get it up and running, but nonetheless it is up and running, and we're a little bit unsure about what these next steps are going to be. We do believe that there will be a requirement for vaccinations, or at least the presence of antibodies for a few major things, including COVID. That will be a big part of it. There will be some vetting of the petitioner to make sure that their income is sufficient to be able to sponsor somebody to come to the United States. And on some level, there'll be some vetting of the actual beneficiary before they come in. This program is designed to be efficient and expeditious, according to those that have released it. Whether it is or not, or by what definition expediency would be defined, leaves a little bit unclear at this point. Is it going to take a week, a month, or a year? We don't know. We do hope it's going to be quick, and more than likely it'll be quicker than other processes right now, because the government, quite frankly, has been exceedingly slow on most processes since COVID hit in March of 2020. So we are optimistic that this will be a process that will help many, and we are set up to help you with this particular process. Now, assuming this process goes well and somebody is able to come to the United States, it will convey 2 years of status in the United States and allow them to apply for work authorization. This is not permanency, however. And permanency is the ultimate goal for most people, to be able to start your lives here in America, not be able to take refuge for a short period of time and then return home at some undefined time in the future, or what's left of home. In this particular case, each client has a unique set of circumstances, and many may qualify for asylum or a family-based adjustment. So for example, if you have an immediate family member here, if you're a child, it could be your parent. If you're a parent, it could be your child. It could be your spouse. These type of family relationships may lend to being able to do an adjustment of status to a green card at some point as well. And these are worth looking at. Now, you may not have family members here, but you may fall within a particular class of people that would be protected anyway. And that would allow you to claim asylum, for example, based on your religion, your race, your nationality, your political opinion, which is going to be a big one, or being in a particular social group. These type of situations can be looked at and analyzed by the lawyers here at Modern Law Group to determine what is best for you and or your loved one. That's the key. Now, we suggest that Any decision that's going to change lives and perhaps generations of lives should be analyzed properly. It should be looked at closely, and it should be done with professionals. We're here to give you a reasonable time to discuss your case with us. We typically do not charge for a consultation when it comes to these type of matters that are affecting Ukrainians and others displaced by the war, even if you are of a different citizenship. So feel free to give us a call at 888-902-9285. We do, of course, speak Russian and Ukrainian as well. We're happy to help you, and we thank you for watching.